accordance with the rule of law, but the court had to make a decision, both affecting the entire Namibia, not only us here. What the consequences of running again an election, not so much financially, but the political stability of this country. And then they had to make a decision whether to order a rerun, irrespective in the court judgment of RDP2 of the costs. They took that into consideration. They also took into consideration that we had a complex case, and also we had 5 applicants. One of them, me, never participated in the 2014 elections. But that is not a problem. The others participated. But we had the ECN that had all the time to make provisions for the paper trail. What you need to take from here is a victory. It's a victory that that monster called electronic voting machine is gone from the Namibian democratic process. It's gone. And you must pride yourself that whilst I was the face of this phenomenon for change, you are the wheels and the energy that needs to make it continue. Wherever you are, whether you are in the forest in Etanga, whether you are in the forest in Aroa, you are an agent of that change. It's not only the EVM that you stood for, you also stood for justice. You stood against corruption. You stood against those people who have got no education so that they get education. You stood against people who are living in dignified environments of combustions without water, electricity, and sewage system. That's what you need to continue to demand implementation of it here within the realms and the rule of the law. As long as we've got the officers here and we are in harmony with them, Namibia will continue to be peaceful. We need to learn to respect authority. And that authority that came from that seat of justice is the authority that we need to adhere to. And in that authority as well, as I was interviewed, I congratulated Comrade Hake Geingob for the election for his second term, irrespective whether the court considered that election not to have gone according to the law. It's that court that elected and determined Comrade Hake Geingob as president of this country, not the system and process of elections. It's that court that made that discretion. But we've given them those powers to make that discretion within the Namibian Constitution. If we can't respect that decision, it will mean we can't respect the Namibian Constitution. That will be a fundamental flaw. What we need to have in front of us is the Namibian Constitution, and then I will urge you all to go and read it. Because now you keep on saying Katendo article and all sorts of things. That's brilliant. That's an achievement. From now, you need to start marching knowing that the future is not very far when you become the leaders. When you are in that leading position, you will make those decisions. They are not going to be popular with everybody or any of your followers, but they will be just decisions based and premised on the principle of the rule of law. Whilst you may not feel happy, I'm feeling happy. I'm feeling happy, because although I was the one pregnant, you felt the pain of labor. You wanted to deliver that baby that you seem to have been deprived of. But we all delivered one thing. We get rid of the monster of EVM. Now we can truly have a transparent elections from now onwards in November. So whatever is going to happen, those who wish to become regional councillors, there will be transparency. There will be no bleeping machines without a paper count simultaneously taking place. So as a consequence of that, there isn't any justification whatsoever for anybody in this country to think that you become unruly, to think that you need to be observed at all times. You need to be mature enough to say what we want is what our forefathers died for, peace in this country. And continue to do so. Continue to have peace in this country, because that equals stability, and that allows the economic stability, political stability will allow us to have investors to come to this country and to invest in this country. But your voices should not be silenced. Your voices should continue to do that. If there was a door that was locked, that door is now clearly open. And it's up to you to go through that door with maturity and within the rule of law to ensure that the destiny never goes out of sight. It's the steps that you take to that destiny that determines whether you reach that destiny. Yes, and as a consequence of that, we must say Namibia is all we have. We must save it. It is not for sale. That does not change. Thank you very much. Let's go home.